Welcome, welcome, you guys. This is the Syndra. I'm going to be starting a fresh campaign in HOI4 on the Kaiserreich mod on the, what is it, 0.71 patch for that. And they have done a lot of things with South America. And I sort of ran over all the countries that were available and what they had. I was really, like, leaning towards starting as Colombia. But I decided against it, and I'm gonna go ahead and play as Peru. It is very interesting to see what they have, but I did not spoil myself by reading every single thing they had. But I'm basically just gonna go ahead and dive right into this, and we are gonna go ahead and see what we can get done here, because I believe that Peru and Bolivia can go ahead and team up right from the start. But they also have a very unique national spirit that gives them a defense bonus against Chile. Only against Chile. It's a nation-specific defense bonus, which is really cool, I suppose. I think it's because Chile is syndicalists and Peru really hates that. But let's go ahead and dive into Peru and see what we can get done here, shall we? I'm really interested to see this. This is the 0.71 of the notification. There's nothing here that's changed. I'm just going to do thank you and major events. And this is about the change to the Steam workshop thing. Yeah, it's not that important. Really, it isn't. It's not. We start out with 4 dudes. 2 Mountaineer squads, though. Really? And we have... What's up with these guys? They're 12 wide, and you guys are 18 wide. I think I'll just change you into the pawn. Okay. We have a dude over there. Okay. Let's take a look at what we have for research. We have 3 research slots. Okay. We don't even have the 1936 rifles. That is bad. We do have Mountaineers. Actually, let's take a look at this. We have a lot of mountains over here, so the Mountaineers are not a bad choice to go for. Interesting. We do have shovels. That is good. No tanks. We have our artillery, just the basic artillery. We have no like pre-picked land doctrine, which is good. I've been doing a lot of grand battle plan doctrine lately. I might want to swap that around, maybe, but most of the countries I'm playing right now can't play mass assault or mobile warfare doctrine. They just don't have the industry for mobile warfare, or they don't have the manpower for mass assault. So it's usually a pick between grand battle plan and superior firepower. But still, superior firepower requires some... They require more industry than just grand battle plan, because you kind of want to have line artillery with superior firepower. We'll see what we can get done. I haven't even checked out my factories yet. We have 2. Yeah. It looks like this is going to be another grand battle plan. Oh, that's so boring. We got submarines, light cruisers, and destroyers, but the old 1922 variants. That's okay, I suppose. Maybe we could just focus on trade interdiction and make some submarines to make life hell for our enemies. We have the basic fighter. Okay, that's something at least. We might be able to build the fighters because we are in South America. There should be some rubber that we can get our hands on somewhere around here. Nothing here and nothing here. So let's just take the basic stuff like we always do. Construction, research, and production. Efficiency cap, yeah. Okay, so that's done. We start out with our fallen Codillo. Sanchez Cerro, the main orchestrator of our victory in Leticia and our savior from socialism, has been sent to the afterlife by the APRA before he was able to retake our southern provinces. His memory and ideology is still seen in his party, Union Revolutionary. No, wait. Union Revolucionaria. Is Peru, like, do they speak Spanish or is it Portuguese like Brazil? Because I think Brazil is like the only South American nation that speaks Portuguese. I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. But I think it's mostly just Spanish over here. And yeah, I'm thinking that is Spanish, although I could be wrong. His party was what? Union? This one here. He was a national populist? So we're remembering a guy that was a fascist. Yeah, the national populists are generally the fascists. That's interesting. Daily national populist support. Okay, so the populists are getting supports just from this. So we might become more fascist over time. That's something to consider at least. I mean, it's non-stop gonna grow for us. So going the populist route could be good for us, I suppose. Radicalized APRA. There's no text for this. Stability down, and recruitable population factor goes down as well. So I'm guessing the people that killed this dude here are the radicals within our country, and they're destabilizing us. Yeah, wow, we start with negative 28 stability. Really? That's the first? We start with negative stability. Okay, okay. That's fine, we can deal with that. And then we have the defense bonus against Chile. Since Chile fell to the syndicalist revolution, a group of Arequipa, I have no idea how to pronounce that, veterans of the Pacific War and their sons formed armed patrols on the borders to prevent syndicalist incursions and to help refugees. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We start out as authoritarian Democrats, but I'm leaning towards just going populist. It seems inevitable, so why not? Why fight it? Ooh, a nice juicy tree to go for. We haven't had Black Monday, but this looks like the industrial path. Let's see here. We got military factories. Ooh. Economy back on track. So how do I fix Black Monday? Not entirely sure. We get some aluminum over here. We get some rubber. That's very good. We can go for planes and motorized then. We got some naval bases. A research slot. Tungsten. Wait, what? Oh, come on. Really? 56 days for one infrastructure. That is just horrible. 10 steel. Oh, we have 2 of these? Why? We're wasting 112 days for 2 infrastructure. I despise these focuses. I absolutely despise these focuses. At the very least, it should be like 3 to 4 infrastructure. At least that way it is a sizable bonus. One infrastructure is, I think, 10% boost to construction. That's it, and only for that province. It is so minor that it's just, I don't know, it pisses me off. It really does. And I have to take both of these to go here. So if I want to beeline it for the research slot, I have to take this one as well. Alright. Military factories. So we got a few factories here and there. It's always just one though. Bonus for industry, civilian factory, construction boosts, civilian factory. The worst is over. Okay, the worst is over. Recovering economy and economy back on track. So we have to go through these 2, and then we have to go all the way down here to get rid of Black Monday stuff. Okay, good to know. The union has been declared. Oh, this is the union between us and Bolivia. Ah. It's a lot of political power and stability stuff. Liberate Bolivia. Ah, okay, so we can either get a union with them or we can just go after them. Okay. So, either way, we're gonna have a clash with Bolivia. Either it's gonna be peaceful and we gain some land, or it's gonna be bad and we have to go to war with them. But, you know, it's fine. Oh, 2 boosts to industry. Stability. Ooh, consumer goods factories. Doctrine. Wait, there's doctrine in the political stuff? Army experience. Research time -5. But wait, this stops over here. It doesn't connect down. Federalized Union. Claims on the Amazon. Oh, so this is the aggressive one. They should have disconnected this a bit more. It looks really cramped up. It looks like this should be connected together, but these things here are on their own. And this one is gate. It's locked by time frame. Demand Pashtanza. Reclaim Africa. No, Arica. I thought it was Africa. Arica and Anto. Okay. Well, okay, so this is the aggressive one where we go for the claims here. This is a military tree. It splits off into the aviation. And then we have naval stuff, and then we have the army. The army stuff is really big. Let's see, mutually exclusive. Mobile warfare and grand battle plan. Looks like I'm going for grand battle plan. I don't want to go for mobile warfare. Not in the middle of South America, in the Amazons, where the infrastructure is horrible. Why the fuck would I go for this? Division speed, that kind of makes up for it slightly. Ooh, a towed rocket artillery boost. That's rare. I don't think I've ever seen that. Okay. We will finally have a professional army. Okay. Marines. Ooh, a research slot over here. And some factories. Okay. It's interesting to say the least. I like the idea there's a research slot over here. Mountaineers, paratroopers, and marines. So these are the special troops. At least the mountaineers are the first one there. Dealing with political chaos. Let's see, what can I start out with? It seems like there are only two options right now. There is military stuff, or there's the political stuff. I think we have to go for this. The Peruvian Brotherhood. Current ruling party is National Populist, so if we go down that route, we can have access to this. More population, army experience. This is a really juicy tree. We lose army and navy experience. I'm guessing we're arresting traders, so we lose some from that. That's fine. It's barely noticeable. Military factories. Knightly Brotherhood? Nice! That sounds really cool. And this crushes the other parties. That is awesome! Conquistador Heritage. Ah. Land Doctrine Research Time. Naval Air Doctrine Research Time. Wow! And then we can choose... I'm guessing these are mutually exclusive. The Codillo is dead. This one is unique and is on his cell here. Welfare for the people. That sounds syndicalists. That sounds very syndicalist, my friend. We'll have to see what we decide to do here, but I think we'll just go ahead and deal with political chaos and get some base stability. The assassination of the president, the chaos in the government, the Legua regime, the war with Colombia. So much has happened in the last few years and many worry for the future of Peru. We must now focus on restoring stability, law and order back to our country. Sure, we'll start with that. So that took like 15 minutes or so to go through, but it's fine. As for construction stuff, I think infrastructure is going to be very valuable over here. But let's see here. You have 4 building slots, 1, 2, and 2. I'm thinking we just focus on our country here. This is Lima and Cajamarca. What was the infrastructure we had here? Cajamarca and Lima. Okay, so they just get 1 each. Let's just go ahead and do this for now. Seems it's going to take us a whole year. More than a year. I think it's also because our stability is low that the construction is gimped slightly. Oh wait, we have a navy. Pre-Wild Creek. We have 1 destroyer here. 2. These seem to be a different class. So they might be slightly upgraded. We have no dockyards. What? How can I have a navy with no dockyards? I can't repair my ships. Excuse me? How the fuck does this make sense? How do I have ships and no dockyards? So this one gives me a port. So I'm guessing we have to go for this in order to get some boats. But it says here, there's a base in Lima. But we don't have anything to build with. Never mind, I'm an idiot. So we don't have dockyards to build ships, but we do have a naval base. Misunderstood. Never mind. Problem solved. Let's just go search and destroy. Or patrol. Let's patrol our coast. And yeah. I can't wait for the update to this game, where they change the naval stuff here. It seems like Chile is going to be our enemy. At least for now. Infantry officer and media personality does not really matter much. You got the best stats, so let's just go for you, and we'll give you the only field marshal we have. Max entrenchment, war hero, and inflexible strategist. He's very defensive and logistics, okay? That is fine, so let's see the introduction to Peru, shall we? It seems like we're also blocked off from attacking into Brazil, apart from over here. This is the only avenue we have to invade Brazil. Okay. Peru in 1936. This is a lot of text. Although factually independent since 1821, Spain recognized the autonomy of her former colony not until 1871, when a peace between the countries was struck after a conflict of the two countries over the Chinchane Islands. An alliance with Bolivia drew the country 1879 till 1883 in a border conflict between Chile and Bolivia in the Atacama Desert. During the war, Peru lost her provinces of Tarapacá, Arica, and Tacna. We had focuses to take those back. British and US financial circles exploited the opportunity, stripping the weakened Peruvian state of their state railroad. Fuck those guys. Nullifying Peru's debts in exchange. Okay. After the Weltkrieg, Peru's democracy was threatened by the coup of Augusto Leguía in 1919. Well, the APRA was forming in 1924 in Mexico. Wait, the APRA are from Mexico? Why are the Mexicans in Peru? Leguia's government was put to the test by the Wall Street crash of 1925. After 11 months of failed reforms to combat the crisis, riots started, made up by workers with aprist support. Fearing a socialist revolution, the military stepped in and overthrew Leguía, led by Lieutenant Colonel Luis Sanchez Cerro. Leguía was judged and executed for various crimes against the Peruvian state. 4 months later, Cerro was initially not well received, but events in 1929 and 1930 propelled his popularity, putting down aprist revolt and winning a war against Colombia. Okay. Sadly, short after he was shot by aprist assassin during a speech, as his party, the Union Revolutionary, was in disarray, the more moderate Oscar Benavides stepped in to try to run a coalition government to stabilize Peru. As the Union recovers to try their luck again, with the Democratic parties constantly lobbying for elections and the aprist waiting for their chance, what will happen to Peru? Whatever the future holds, we will be ready. So the socialists sort of jumped in on this. The authoritarians, and stabilized the country for a while, but they are losing control of this. And the populists are gaining control, which could end badly, I suppose, but, you know. So our manpower is horrible. We lose a lot of our effective manpower there, because the APRA are radicalized. Hopefully we can deal with that at some point. Wait, do we start with planes? No, we don't have an air force. Okay. I suppose that's fine. So Bolivia over here, they dislike us. Different ideology. You're paternal autocrats. Alright. 1940 elections? They declare war in Paraguay. So wait, do we have cores that should belong to Colombia? No, to Ecuador, I suppose. Everything we have is our cores. We have a core on... really? We have a core on Ecuador. Okay. What about Brazil over here? No. We have no cores on this. So Tacna is very small, but we do have a core on that. There's 30,000 people living there. We have a core on this. Oh wait, Bolivia has a core on that as well? And then Bolivia has this as a core. Really? So we could inherit his cores. Like, if we were to integrate Bolivia into us, we could get cores on all of this stuff. That means a lot of manpower. Actually, wait. 150,000? 100,000. No, it's not a lot of people. We're not going to get that much out of this, having those as cores. What about Ecuador? 70,000 people. So the cores that we have on other nations do not have a lot of manpower, which is not good. That's the best thing about having cores, is the manpower you get out of that. So that is unfortunate. Production, by the way. We have 2 factories, and we don't have any steel at the moment. Okay. Should we import some steel? How many civilian factories do we have? We have 3. Well, we gotta get some guns. That's just what we have to get here. We can trade with the US without needing convoys. Sure. Black Monday, there we go. I'm thinking maybe we swap these guys into infantry units, maybe? Like, these guys have a lot of just raw manpower in them. Let's see here. Berlin crisis hits the Andes. As the Berlin crash snowballs out of control, our economy, being mainly one of exports, is on the verge of collapse. The future is grim and uncertain, and as Peruvian investors see all their money disappearing, some even choose the easy way out. Okay, so what do we get here? Production cap goes down by 20. Factory output goes down by 40. Construction speed goes down by 35, and resources to market, we don't really care about that. Okay. This is not good. This is not a good start to things. Yeah, our output is garbage. So the fact that I just spent a factory on importing some stuff, the output does not matter right now. I'd rather use this to get maybe some construction, but then again, that got hurt as well. Ah, fuck it. Okay, we'll do this again. I'll take the hit there. The output is gonna be gimped horribly. We're making less than 3 guns a day. I'm sure that if I was there myself, personally, standing in a factory with a bunch of gun parts, I could make more than 3 fucking guns a day. Honestly, how hard is it to make a rifle like this? Like, personally, if you were to work like a 9-to-5 job making these guns, how many do you think you could make on your own? Unless I had to actually like make the pieces myself, like out of wood and maybe. Then maybe it would be a lot longer. But if I just had the parts and I had to assemble them like Legos, I guarantee you I could make more than 3 of these a day. But that is just not realistic at all. Maybe it's like, again, it's tons. Maybe this is like 2 tons of guns, which seems ridiculous. That's a lot of guns. But it doesn't seem realistic, does it? Okay, so we're dealing with the political chaos. Our stability went up, which is okay. Black Monday reaction. We gotta start doing this to reduce the penalty from the Black Monday stuff. But what are we giving up here? Stability 10? Extend the APRA ban. That loses our stability. Clamp down on the APRA. Let's just go ahead and do Black Monday reactions and see what we can do from that. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and unpause this. And okay, so we get some base stability from this. That is very, very good. Production efficiency cap plus 5. So it goes from 20 to 15. Alright. Output is negative 40. Wait, factory output plus 5? That's very small. It goes from 40 to 35. And the construction speed penalty is 15. That is actually pretty good. So 35 to 20. We don't really care about this. Okay, that is something. That is definitely something. But let's put it on speed 5 and try to run through some of the initial start here. Maybe we can get like half a year done. Maybe. But we can do this one, and then we can go straight into the other one here. That's 10% output and 5% construction speed. So it will go down to what? It will go down to 15% construction speed penalty. And the factory output would be 25. I think I'm doing that right. Yeah, factory output plus 30. So we actually get plus 5. So when we finish this, we will actually get a positive output of this. There's the first International Congress. That is fine. I like the fact that these are 56 days instead of the standard 70. If this was all of these were 70 days, this would take us until like 1950 to finish. It would take us a ridiculous amount of time to finish. But I think I'll run through both of these for now. And then after that, I'm not entirely sure. There's a civilian factory over here. I would like to go for the stability stuff here. Stability again and some construction technology. That's pretty good. Let's go for mechanical computing. For some extra research time. Okay, so now we have no divisions in basic training. I'm thinking maybe we swap this guy for a normal division. And I think we keep the mountaineers. And then I just train, like I keep one of these. We have it just on unlimited. And we just sort of slowly churn out some of these dudes. Yeah. Okay, so our negative penalty is almost gone. But we have to get this up to 50 for all the negative things to go away. I'm pretty sure 50 is the number we want to go for there. Black Monday reaction is done. And then we go for intervene decisively. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's amazing that it's going to take us like 100 days to fix the Black Monday stuff immediately. I like the fact that these are like right here. The most serious penalties from Black Monday are getting dealt with right away. But then we have to chew through all of this to go down here to completely fix them. And actually gets consumer goods factories minus 5% as well. That is quite nice. It seems like Najd won the war. We don't really care about that. It happens every single time you do this. But, yeah. So, I'm not entirely sure what our neighbors are doing here. They seem to be just working on infrastructure and political stuff. New machine guns. Foreign advisors. Formation of Karl's cabinet. Fighter effort. Why would you go for fighters? Really? This early? I'm thinking we go for dispersed industry. I'm thinking the retention is very, very valuable for us. Just getting the raw output, we're not going to have that many factories to do this. And I think also the base is nice. If we're going to swap around our factories a lot, then this is really, really valuable. And I'm thinking because of our limited industry, we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to swap our factories back and forth. Although we're going to want to keep some on guns at all times, still, we are going to want to swap things around quite a bit. But let's go ahead and pause it right here. So, we've done the introduction to Peru. We've taken a look at the tree, and it is very, very interesting. It is also massively it is huge. I think we are going to have to go for the Peruvian Brotherhood. So we go for the national populist stuff. And at some point, the option of merging or conquering Bolivia is going to pop up. And I'm all for, like, if we do it peacefully, we seem to be able to go through these three things here. We can go for political power, stability, and some more political power, which is good. But if we do liberate it, we're not going to be able to go for these. So we lose out on some options here. But either way, we are going to get Bolivia under our control somehow. But let's just go ahead and stop here. So I will see you guys in the next episode. But until then, see ya. And thanks for watching.